Every single thing that I do for this channel is elective. It's extra on top of being a dad, on top of being a full-time video editor for other clients. And I really would love to make a career out of this. But it feels like Niantic just keeps trying to ruin their own hecking game. Recently, I've felt kind of demotivated to play the game. That's just personal because I've actually shot a ton of content, but the game keeps moving along and all of the content that I shot ends up being like 4 hours of footage. And then I get to the editing portion and I'm like, why have you done this to my past self? So it takes a long time for me to edit these, especially like I said, being a dad and having another job and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm blessed to have a platform at all, but it's just been not very motivating to get out and play when I have so much content that I already have to edit anyway. But Dimensional Links had come out recently and it's actually been motivating me to get out and play because there's just so many more monsters and tons of opportunities to play multiplayer with you guys. And recently I've been in contact with someone at Niantic and I've been talking to them at length about community feedback, and they asked me for my community's 3 major pain points so that this person could send it to the dev team and possibly work on those and make it better for all of us. It's been awesome. It's kind of shocking how transparent and great and open and honest this person that I've been talking to has been. So with that and Dimensional Links, I've been feeling more motivated than ever to get back out and play. And then in the middle of asking everyone on my Discord about their main pain points so that I can help everyone, Niantic goes and drastically nerfs Dimensional Links. Why? It's insanely frustrating, but there's 5 minutes left until respawn and I've got a volatile area with 3 different options for what it could be, and I really want to continue working on my Joe gear, so let's go do that really quick and then we'll keep talking about this. Well, heck. I crossed the water hazard by climbing across the railing, and then I got to the other side and the Kulu was in my range. I tried to click on it. I backed out of the range on accident. Then I was like, heck it, I've got like 30 seconds till spawn refresh. I'll just pop a wander really quick. I did that and then immediately the spawns refreshed, and usually there's like a lag second that I could, click on at least one of them, but that moment was when my drift smelt went off, so there was no catching those. But I did get evade extender on a Mizu part, so that's pretty sick. But since that's where we came from and I want to explore that lake with you guys, but I just popped a wander, let's head down this trail and just grind really fast until the wander is gone. Let's go. Okay, that's enough grinding and rolling for now. We just had a hurricane tropical storm run through here and is it humid. As you saw, the creeks are overflowing and some of the trails are covered up. But I was really trying to get to this puke that is directly in front of me, but across a rolling creek that is way too deep to cross, and a house on the other side of that. So I'd have to like walk through people's yards to get there. I was hoping the trail down this way would allow me to loop around, but it doesn't look like I'm going to find an outlet. By the time spawns refresh, maybe I could find a road and then double back, but like, it's not even worth it. I'd rather just double back to the lake. But if this was pre-nerf, then I'd be able to reach this, or at least get a call to join this puke hunt, which would mean that it's not a Joe, right? Because Devil Joe weren't allowed to be in dimensional links. So that would confirm this is not a Devil Joe either way, but I could still at least hunt the puke, along with the Black Diablos that's behind me over there. Sure would be nice to be able to reach that 8-star Black Diablos, but you want us to get outside, and I'm on a legal trail where it's like safe to be, and there's a neighborhood that way and a neighborhood over there, and I'd have to like trounce through people's yards in order to get close enough. And on the skateboard ride up, there was a Basarios that was inside my ring, and I could see it and I could touch it and everything, but I was still getting no calls for it whatsoever. Like, what is this? This was such a good feature, and every single person who played this game was excited for it. And the explanation for this change was, in Monster Hunter now, we value the experience of going outside and physically gathering for group hunts. The new Dimensional Link feature has been implemented to allow hunters to hunt with other hunters from around the world, with the aim of making it easier for hunters to enjoy group hunts, even in places where there are few hunters around. Like me. If you've watched my videos, and Niantic, I know you've watched my videos, even in a pretty big city like Raleigh, we only have like 4 or 5 active hunters. I've met a few that asked for me to not put them on camera, so probably I would say the amount I've met in the wild is about 10 hunters in the entire triangle area, which is home to this many people. So I understand for like Japan or somewhere that's like super dense with hunters, I get how it could be annoying for them, but there are better ways to implement this feature. Let's read the rest really quick. It says, currently there are more group hunt recruitments for dimensionally linked monsters with the join hunt notifications than for hunts with nearby hunters. For 90% of the player base, that's gonna be the case, Niantic. We don't have a bunch of people around us. Even Pokemon Go doesn't have that many people around us still. We have to like organize meetups. It's not the summer of 2016 or whatever, which was magical, but we don't have that dense of numbers in Monster Hunter now. So for like 90% of the player base, it's gonna be like that. To ensure a balanced experience between hunting with nearby hunters and those farther away, we will adjust the notification range for group hunts for dimensionally linked monsters, making it narrower than that for regular monsters. Please note that the number of dimensionally linked monsters appearing and the notification range for regular group hunts will remain unchanged. Additionally, you can still engage in hunts with distant hunters by directly tapping on dimensionally linked monsters. Everyone hates this. I haven't seen a single player talk about this change positively, and I know that there were forums and Reddit posts that have just been getting shut down or closed because it's nothing but negativity. The easiest change in my mind and the mind of many people in my Discord were to just have 2 notifications like this. One teal or green like the dimensionally linked monsters, and one the normal join hunt. So you can click the yellow one if you want to join a local hunt, and click the teal one if you want to join a faraway hunt. I don't see why that's difficult to do. It's just genuinely so frustrating because I'm out like you guys want, like you say you want. And there's a Puke dimensionally linked right there and a Black Diablos dimensionally linked right there. And I literally cannot get them unless I like trounce through people's yards or go far away. So I guess I'm gonna double back to the lake and see what we have locally at the lake, because I'm trying to finish my water element quest today, which is the whole reason I even got out today, because it was the last day to finish my water element quest and I didn't want it to just go to waste. So let's head back to the lake and see if we can find ourselves a hunt-a-thon. Disappointed. Okay, I'm back here, and as soon as I went through the tunnel, there's a Zinogre Hunt-a-thon. I looked around for the rest of the lake, and I didn't see any other Hunt-a-thons except for another Zinogre Hunt-a-thon. So let's just get this done because I need to do it for the mission, and I don't see anything special happening soon. And then I want to get up there because that sunset is looking sick. So let's take on this Hunt-a-thon and get up there. Let's do it. Okay, so I cleared all of these, including the storyline, so now I have to slay 10 monsters in a Hunt-a-thon, slay 5 6-star above monsters, and slay 1 8-star above Mizutsune. And I'm sitting here on top of an 8-star Zen hat, so it looks like to finish this quest on time, I'm gonna have to spend some gems. But I'm at level 171 of this season pass, and I haven't claimed a single thing yet. So I wanna make sure I have enough gems to do the hats and do this. So let's look at this because this will definitely fill up my inventory box like fully, and I'll have to do a lot of like item management. So let's do the hats first, but let's calculate really quick. So the season pass is 2,000 gems. So let's go ahead and buy that right now. Since I have 4,100, I had to buy a big pack in a previous video that you guys haven't seen yet, but you will see soon because everything's chronologically messed up right now for me on my channel. But let's go ahead and finally buy this for 2,000 gems. But I haven't claimed anything yet, so my box is still good for now, which allows me to buy these hat tickets. Ugh, bruh. I'm gonna walk 5 feet that way and join it and then come back. Okay, sick. I actually already had 3 hat tickets. Oh, and everyone's ready. So let's complain while we do this hat. Oh gosh, someone dropped out at the last second. Whatever, let's see if my teammates drop out. People be dropping left and right all the time. Let's go ahead and special right away. Yeet. Get the tail, give me the tail. Yeah, and done. Look at that cinematic ending. Some people like to complain on my channel in the comments like, oh, pay to win. But bro, I've spent like legitimately probably about like $100 so far for the entire life of the game, and it's almost the anniversary. And while I don't make a living off of this channel, I've earned way more than that from the channel. So anything that the ad revenue is giving me, I'm just putting back into the game, and it's a cycle. So I'm just trying to make good videos for you guys. So I apologize if I have to pay some gems sometimes to continue the video going. For Black Diablos as a dual blader, when I'm going for like high DPS, I just like swipe straight into its chest like this because it's its weak spot. And then I'm able to like get a lot of hits in before it inevitably digs. Oh, sick, let's go. So on this, for example, I'll like go for the horns because yeah, it's weaker if I go for the other part, but we're in multiplayer, so it's fine. And they got the horn, so nice. But yeah, what I think Niantic doesn't understand about dimensional links is it was actually motivating us to go out. Hear me out, Niantic. Basically what would happen is I would be at home and I'd open the app and I'd see like maybe 3-dimensional links or something, and I'd be like, oh sick, maybe I should hit these really quick, and I'd hunt them, and then I would get some gear like almost upgraded, and I'd have like a few more parts to get before I could upgrade, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go out for like an hour or two and like collect some parts or something. But now what happens is I open the app, and if there's nothing around me, I'm like, okay, cool, and I shut the app. And I'm suburban, so I have a lot of spawns around me normally, but I don't live in like Tokyo or something, so I don't have like 80 hunters on nearby. So giving that little bit of a like taste of hunts, especially with multiplayer, was super, super nice. Oh no, we got 3. Let's see if they'll stay. Yep, they're staying. All right, sick. Let's go for the special. Cat! I wanna go for the horns. Although I do wanna get a plate too, so I'm gonna try and cut that tail. This is really hard to talk and play at the same time. But yeah, it's actively discouraging players now that are not, you know, in the middle of Japan's biggest city or something. You know, like it's kind of just ridiculous that you can't just, oh no, we're not gonna cut the tail. We got the forelegs though. It's just ridiculous that you couldn't just like make something to where there's like 2 different things you could click on instead of just a one joint hunt thing. Hopefully they're working on that in the background because of all the backlash, but man, no plate. It's just disheartening and demotivating, and I know that a majority of the player base shares that sentiment with me. We have a ton of cool features like friend quests, and I like paying for the Prime Hunters Pass because, you know, you get more paintballs and stuff. I wouldn't pay for normal paintballs because there's just no point. They're overpriced, honestly. Although that paintball pack is kind of a decent price right now. Dimensional links themselves are amazing, but this nerf has made them really just frustrating. Hats and EDIs are amazing, but I think you need to revert this. Anyway, let's climb these stairs really quick and get this Devil Joe hat. We're gonna do this one cinematic style. Let's go. That was fun. The sky is like really pink right now. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's super pink for me. That was a really fun fight. I was blasting Sleep Token in my ears. My wife put me onto them and they're really good. Okay. I admit it, wife. Especially fighting Devil Joe and the drop like epically hitting like that. Like, super nice. Anyway, Niantic, I don't understand why you, specifically with Pokemon Go, and it seems like every single one of your games, want to have an adversarial relationship with the people that pay you and play the game. We want to play the game. We want to pay you money. We just want it to feel fair, and we want it to feel like we are not forced to do certain things. And when you give us such a good feature like dimensional links that we've been asking for since the beginning, and it's satisfying and it's great and everyone in the community is happy and people are playing more, like maybe you guys saw like a drop in revenue or something because people weren't going out, or maybe like you're selling our data to a third party and there wasn't enough people getting out. I don't know what the deal is because you guys aren't transparent with it. And when you're not transparent with things like this, it really leads a lot of people to speculate and create like conspiracy theories about the game, like a drug, like first one's free. Here, let's give them dimensional links for a few weeks and let them really feel how good it is, and then we'll take it away, and then maybe a month or two later in an event we'll be like, we heard you love dimensional links having double the range of your circle, so we're gonna give that back to you on this paid ticketed event. Please don't do that. Please don't be Pokemon Go Niantic. You guys have been pretty freaking amazing so far. Monster Hunter Now Niantic. I personally feel more positive about you than I feel negative about you. And I played a lot of Pokemon Go, so that's surprising even to me. But if the person who I'm communicating with at Niantic watches this video, just know that my goal is diplomacy and finding an equal ground for both of us to be happy. I'm still gonna email you with the pain points, and if you guys can do me a favor and put your 3 pain points, like I would like this to change in Monster Hunter Now, these are my 3 biggest issues, in the comments, like 1, 2, and 3, and list your HR level. That would be amazing. Don't say dimensional links because I know that's everyone's top pain point right now. but it's starting to get dark and I'm gonna have to go home soon. So if you guys like this video, please like it. If you wanna support this channel, buy a shirt down below. Gunlance is out now on my website. If you click one of the shirts, it'll take you to the website, and then you can click all products and pick whatever you want. There's tons of sizes and colors and mains. Any support you give me through buying shirts is drastically appreciated, and I put pretty much all of it back into the channel, buying equipment, paying for things in game so that I can keep a video going if I mess up or make mistakes. But even if you just like it or leave a comment for the algorithm, I really appreciate that too. I'm getting close to 6,000, so if you could subscribe and go on this hunting journey with me, I'd really appreciate it. I definitely am not gonna hit 10K before the anniversary. That's okay. It was a lofty goal to begin with, and I'm super happy with the subscribers that I have right now. So thank you all for subscribing, and if you haven't subbed and you wanna push me as high as we can get together, then I'd appreciate that support. But the last thing I have to do for these water missions is to hunt an 8-star Mizitsune, and there's one in that parking lot right over there. So let's go hunt that together and finish these quests. Let's do it.